Hey guys, welcome back to CrossCode. I'm so far ahead in, my quests and everything, I'm not used to, how much I have done, not having anything else I could be, working on or, checking up in between episodes. Just, feeling like I'm at a place where I'm, well-equipped. Feels pretty great. But yeah, last time we got a pretty big, lore drop. I won't even call it lore, it's kind of like finally learning what is going on. But yeah, we're stopping by the First Scholars HQ. Sergey has a plan. I think I know what Sergey's getting at, but I'll let him explain it. Okay, nobody seems to be here right now. Perfect. Please have a closer look at the projector in the meeting room. Alright, I have the model number. One moment, please. Hi! It works! That is very convenient. Satoshi told me how to connect to any projector inside the playground. That way, I'll be able to talk to other players. This might come in handy pretty soon. Are we going to finally, spill the beans to... sorry, my chair. Are we gonna fill the beans finally to Emily and Citron and maybe even the whole rest of the guild? Why? Well, it is still too early to get into the details right now. Anyway, should we call it a day? I will need a bit more time thinking about all of this myself. Bye. Good night, Lee. I mean, this is good because on the projector, Sergey can, meet everybody and explain all of this in a way Lee never would be able to. I wonder how the others are doing. Lynn, Buggy, Emily, all of them. They're probably worried about us, right? In difficult times like these, it's good to know there are people out there that care for you. Yeah, it's very interesting how, the CrossCode that they copy from... What is happening? And we're gonna see him in the machine, yeah. Lee, please! Get me out of here! Help! I guess because the, CrossCode 2.0 is put over only temporarily once they're already playing, it's only gathering memories from the time that they're playing. It's only getting data from the CrossCode, so it doesn't know their personal information outside of the game. Which is good, because that would be a huge security risk. Not that companies like this aren't breaking laws with security risks all the time. Invasions of privacy. Good morning, Lee. Lee? Another bad dream? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want to talk about it? I see. Oh, hello, Lee. Hi. We just keep running into each other recently, don't we? Actually, this is very convenient, since I wanted to speak with you. Why? I just had a quick talk with Lynn. I'll need to take a little break from the game soon. That means I won't be around for some time. Yeah, what's going on, man? Why? It's personal stuff. I'd rather not talk about it, sorry. I'll still be around the next few days, though, if there's anything else you'd like to do. I'd love to believe that this is just, being realistic and there's a really mundane reason why Citron's busy all the time. But this does raise a, red flag for me a little bit that, who Citron is in the real world is, is he actually, an entertainment employee, or is he somebody under Sidwell's thumb or something like that who's been watching us? As usual, just call me via D-Link. See you. Bye. Well, we should not forget that we are logged into an MMO. There is still that real life out there. For the others, at least. Sorry. I should have worded that differently. Actually, I have good news. The plan to reach the Avatar server is almost complete. We will have to storm Vermilion Wasteland together with a lot of other players. You remember how strong some of the enemies were over there, correct? There is still enough time to prepare. You should make sure your stats and equipment level are as high as possible. It might be worthwhile to visit Rhombus Square for that. Once you feel ready, let us go back to the hideout and discuss the remaining details with Satoshi and Shizuka. Alright. And that's the end of Chapter 9, and okay, so that's the, flag for, do what you want to do, you're reaching the endgame. Why, hello there, Lee. You're here as well? Okay, so I guess I could talk to her. Hi! Lee here. It's good to see you. I just had a talk with Trani. Did he tell you the news already? It's a shame, but that's how it is. In moments like this, real life has to come first. Today really isn't the best day, huh? Not only is Trani going to leave, but I had to cancel a special endgame quest I was planning to partake in together with Albert. Why? Because he's meeting his old friend somewhere at Rhombus Square. I'm not supposed to tell anybody, but why should I care when he just drops our plan so quickly? Just make sure not to tell Buggy about it. I would be really angry otherwise. Okay, so now I can go talk to Albert over in Rhombus Square. That's awesome. My throat's starting to hurt a little bit. It might be partly because of recovering from getting sick. The other part of it might be that... Sorry, I could not decide which port I wanted to go to. I'm so indecisive. But am I indecisive? I don't know. I was saying something before that, but I don't remember what. But I know... I see him up there. Okay. So I need to talk to these gents over here. Part of me is curious if I, didn't know about this, because apparently it's not too hard if you get the bad ending to just go right back and get the good ending. But now that I know about it, I can't, pretend I don't know about it. Maybe... Part of me is oh, what if I try to get the bad ending first? But, I don't know. I'm following my heart. I want to play this like I would play it. Hi! Oh, good day, Lee. Having a stroll around Rhombus Square? Oh, who are you? A new member of the First Scholars? Yes, she just joined a couple weeks ago. Well then, I hope you're enjoying Crossworlds, young lady. Lee! Oh yes, I'm Ivan. Nice to meet you. Yeah, Ivan. So I've heard about a character called Ivan I need to talk to. Actually, something quite peculiar about her. It seems her speech module isn't working. Oh? It isn't? She just said her name, though, didn't she? We believe she is using some kind of workaround that allows her to say a few words. Hi. Bye. How? Why? Sorry. This is very strange. I'd suggest you contact support, but if you already rely on a workaround like this, the problem must be really persistent. You think there is anybody who could talk to... there is anybody you could talk to about this? Not really. I'm unfortunately out of touch with the development department. I expected as much. Yeah, so this must be Ivan's friend who I believe... Albert's friend who I believe he mentioned was a shareholder in Instantainment. And might also be involved somehow in the company. Well, if he's a shareholder, he is, but, might even be involved in development somehow. Looks like he's a... Yeah, looks like he's a quadriguard. There was that one time when I tried to promote some research projects to integrate upcoming AI technologies. I talked to some of the engineers back then, but it wasn't met with a lot of enthusiasm, so I gave up on it. It really is a shame. I heard that Instantainment cut down on the R&D department in general, didn't they? That's pretty much the case, yes. Why? Business is going well enough, and most shareholders want to avoid risks as much as possible. I want to give this guy the, Uncle Iroh voice, but my throat is telling me, no, don't do it. I was also hosting D&D last night and doing a lot of D&D voices, so I think that's part of why I'm having a rough time here. Instantainment has lost much of its innovation sparks these days. Oh, is it that late already? It's time for me to go. Anyway, it was nice to see you again, Albert. Until next time. Sure, just let me know when you have some free time again. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye. Well then, I have to leave as well. Goodbye. Bye. Who was that person? He seems to be closely involved with Instantainment. What was his name again? Ivan? No way. That must have been Mr. Vistorovich. Mr. Vistorovich. He is a shareholder of Instantainment. I can barely believe this. He is supposed to be such a busy person. Yet here he was talking casually with Albert. Lee, this is huge. Mr. Vistorovich, he has been active in the field of AI for some time now. I tried to get in touch with him back when Satoshi was still at Instantainment, but we never had any luck. However, since Albert seems to know him personally, we might get our chance to meet him. I am 100% positive he would be thrilled to learn about avatars. So, now we just have to reach Albert and ask him about it. How? That is the tricky part. Remember the hologram projector in the meeting room of the First Scholar HQ? If we can meet him personally there, I might be able to talk to him directly. It looks like he is still online. Let us just head to the meeting room and see if he is close by. Alright, so right back to First Scholars. This is such a, first world gaming problem, but I wish the teleport was on the same screen as the HQ. I'm like, oh, I had to walk over a whole screen. Albert isn't here. Maybe upstairs? No luck up here either. Should we try to contact him via D-Link? Hi! Hello again, Lee. Is something the matter? Something about me? Something about you? Something between us? I'm sorry, but I really don't have time for a guessing game right now, Lee. Please try to discuss this with someone else. That did not go too well. Sorry. Let us be more persistent. Just call him again. Come on, I know you can do it, Lee. Hi. Again already? Sorry. Are you just calling me again to say sorry? It's fine. Just don't call me again. Thank you. Wait! Oh my gosh, this is so awkward. Oh. Well. Lee, I know it is unpleasant, but try to be more assertive. The future of avatars may very well depend on this call. Lee! She pumps herself up first. Hi! Lee, enough already. Wait! Wait. Is this something important? And you can't discuss this with anyone else? Oh, bother. What should we do then? Should we meet in person? In Crossworlds, I mean? Alright. Maybe that way you will get your message across. Where should we meet? Where should we meet, though? Inside the headquarters, maybe? Good. I'll be there soon. Perfect. You did it. Lee! Now you just have to wait for him on the ground floor and try to drag him into the meeting room. Yeah, so, I guess Lee... Where Lee is logged in from, it's sort of the only reason Sergey can talk to Lee is that he is pretty much logged in with Lee, or he's, there with the computer that is running Lee in the game, you know? So, normally he can't just talk to any player. Hi! Here I am. So what do you want to tell me? Or rather, how? In the meeting room? So, what now? Lee, I need to see the serial number of the projector again. Hello, Albert. Who are you? My name is Sergei Asimov. His last name is Asimov? Did I know that or did I forget? Because that's hilarious. That is very on the nose. I am an acquaintance of Lee. Pleased to meet you. I'm sure all of this is very unexpected. Quite unexpected indeed. I'm here because I wanted to talk to you about Lee, her circumstances, and other things. But before that, I want to emphasize that all of this is highly confidential. I need your word that you will not share this information with anybody else. That is fine. I can keep a secret. Alright then. First things first, about Lee. She is in fact not controlled by a player. Come again? Lee is controlled by an AI. Come again? AI, an artificial intelligence. I know what it means. But it is very hard to believe. I mean, yes, she can barely talk, but she reacts very naturally otherwise. Well, it certainly does explain some of the weird circumstances from before. What about you, Mr. Asimov? What exactly are you doing here? I am merely connected to the game to watch and support her. I see. So why is this player controlled by an AI? And why do you want to talk to me about this? It will take a bit longer to explain all the details. And that is why I suggest we to talk about this somewhere outside of the game. You should be able to see my contact info next to the hologram. Fine. I have to admit, you've made me curious. Alright then. Lee, I need to log you out for the time being. We'll talk again later. Bye. Until then. Yeah, I guess he can't watch over me while he's doing this, and I guess it's too dangerous to, let me just run around if Sidwell's people find me or whatever. Good morning, Lee. Hi. So, things have been progressing surprisingly fast. I explained the situation to Albert, and we got in touch with Mr. Vistorovich. And we have ourselves an appointment. Mr. Vistorovich wants to meet you in person. He is expecting you in his mansion in Rhombus Square. Albert will pick you up at the Skyrail station in Rhombus Square South Arch and lead the way. We should hurry. Mr. Vistorovich is a busy person. Alright, time to do some side quests. No, I'm kidding. Let's go straight there. Drinking more water. Okay, by the Skyrail. Oh, he's right there. I didn't see him because I was drinking water. Good day, Lee. Hi. No time to waste. Please come this way. The mansion is further down. I love how he runs. I mean, we're all game avatars. I guess we're always going to run in the avatar's cycles. He's waiting inside. He wants to find out just how advanced of an AI you really are. Well, just try to act naturally. Human-like. Are we gonna do like a Turing test? A Turing test? Pretty much like you did so far. Ah, there you are. I'll say hi. Hi! Welcome to my little mansion, Anna. It's nice to see you again. Lee. Huh? Did I get your name wrong? Right. Your name is Lee. I'm sorry. My memory for names has seen better days. Anyway, I'm glad you arrived safely. It's good to see that you managed to stay dry with all the rain outside. Yeah, trying to trick me. Why? Huh? Did I say something strange? Oh, wait, I forgot! It's sunny out there, isn't it? Ho 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 ho! I probably sound like a senile old man to you, don't I? Ouch. That was a bit too honest, don't you think? Sorry. Don't worry. I'm just testing you. I was told you are an AI. One of the most effective ways to distinguish a poor AI from a human is testing how it reacts to nonsense. And despite your lack of speech, I have to say your reactions so far seem very much human-like. Yeah, because I guess, like, I feel like the best thing would be to start saying, like, Poodle Banana Pancake Factory, and, like, an AI would, like, try to make sense of it and give some kind of response, and it might take a real person to be like, what are you talking about? But then again, like, Alexa all the time says, like, I don't know what that is, so yeah, that probably wouldn't be good to just say random word gibberish. I'm impressed. Anyway, let's do a little quiz. Don't worry, it should be simple. This way, please. Ladies first. Okay, Lee, are you ready? Good. First question. This is making me nervous with the pendulum. Say, Lee, do you remember the appearance and taste of fruits and vegetables? In that case, what's your favorite? Lettuce, tomatoes, bananas, or eggplants? I mean, my favorite is definitely bananas out of those. Good. Bananas, you say. Please remember this for a moment. Alright, we gotta remember bananas. Alright, chat. Remember bananas for me. Now, to something else. Some time ago, I had a long talk with an old friend. He just went on about his garden at home. Yada yada bonsai trees. Blah blah flower beds. He just kept going. And when he was done, I told him this is all really fascinating. Here's my second question. Did I tell him the truth? No, you were saying blah blah blah. It's not fascinating, that's a lie. Alright, last question. So, remember your favorite food item? What color is most commonly associated with it? Red, green, purple, or yellow? The color of bananas is yellow. Sounds reasonable. I mean, it's nice that he said most commonly, because he can be like, well, before they're ripe, bananas are green. Good, this concludes our questions. You handled this one perfectly, that's for sure. Now, you could in fact just be a human-controlled program mocking an AI. But Mr. Asimov proposed a little experiment to prove that you are in fact a real AI. He gave me a small program to send you a pre-recorded message. I will send this message now. Get ready. Hello, Lee. This is a pre-recorded message. Mr. Asimov claimed you are capable of receiving and understanding the full record in a split second. That is certainly a feat impossible to humans. Oh, we've seen Sergey do this before, too. In the middle of this recording will be a simple question. Be careful not to miss it. Anyway, the weather sure is nice, isn't it? I'm just talking to add some padding to this recording, don't mind me. Well, that should be sufficient. Here's the question. That was a question, isn't it? What is 6 divided by 2? Nobody told me I'd have to do math! So yeah, that's 3. Please remember the answer until after the recording is over. Now, on to something else. Some of my peers find it rather strange that I sometimes play crosswords, you know? They keep telling me a person in my position should have better things to do. But why should it matter what I do as a recreational activity? Plus, I feel the technology of crosswords is highly fascinating. Of course I do. That's why I invested into Instatainment, after all. Anyway, this is the end of the recording. Now, please answer my question from before. Absolutely incredible! You received a recording of about a minute and responded to it almost immediately. This proves without a doubt that you are indeed an AI. Pretty much the most human-like AI I have witnessed so far. Mr. Asimov, I'm honestly impressed. I am very glad to hear this. I'd like to meet up soon to discuss this matter in more detail. Please contact my secretary to make an appointment. I will do that right away. Thank you for your time. No, I thank you for giving me the opportunity to see this. And Lee, I hope you enjoyed our conversation as much as I did. How? Oh, quite the sassy girl, aren't you? Goodbye, Lee, and I hope to see you again. I'm glad Ivan got to see a little bit of smug Lee there. Bye! That's probably my favorite attribute of Lee, is when she is smug. Back again. How was it? It went really well. Oh, so now you can just talk to Ivan all the time? I guess you got, like, other contact information or something. Mr. Vistorovich at least seemed very intrigued. If we can convince him of the potential of Evatars, we might get instantainment to support the research after all. Which means we might be able to create a future for Evatars. Lee! This is great news. Anyway, next I suppose you have to resolve this whole Evatar ground situation, right? Right. And we are on it. Please make sure not to tell anybody else about Lee just yet. It is important that we keep things secret for now. Understood. If there's anything else I can help you with, just let me know. Of course. And thanks a lot for everything so far. No problem. See you around. Bye. So, what next? Right, getting ready to re-enter Vermilion Wasteland. Once you feel prepared, let us visit Shizuka and Satoshi again at the old hideout. Alright. What, Iroh? What? I was even saying he looked like Iroh. Wait a second. What are you... Encyclopedia? Oh my gosh. Shameless! His avatar is actually named Iroh. We don't even know if he's really that old. That could just be how he likes to look. He could be like... Oh, man. I mean, he talks like an old person. Name Ivan Vistorovich. Ivan is one of the major investors in Entertainment Limited and interested in everything related to AI. He is also a close friend of Beowulf, who is, Albert. With his help, the future of Evatars might be saved. Cool. Yeah, I never bothered to, like, look at all it. There's a lot to read here if I want to read it. Sidwell. The blue avatar, he's just called. Okay, alright, so now these are connected because we know they're the same person. Alright, well, here's the thing. I think I am prepared. I have good equipment. I'm level 65, which is... I mean, I held my own against Shizuka back there. So... I guess maybe, yeah, I guess maybe let's just head to the dojo and head back to Shizuka and Hitoshi. Also, while I'm thinking of it, I'm going to create a new save file there for after I did that. I created another episode beforehand as well, so I guess if I ever wanted to, I could go back to see the bad ending, I guess. But yeah, let's go to the old hideout. Hello again, Lee. Do you think you are prepared to execute the plan? Mind that once we start, things will have to move quickly. So, are you ready? I hate to say it, but yeah, I think unless I'm gonna, like, go around searching for treasure chests, I don't see an advantage to, like, any of the other equipment that's in the shops right now. I think I just want to go. Alright then. Let's get everyone together. This would be a really fun place to, like, hide Easter eggs in there of, like, having somebody say, like, I like shorts, they're comfy and easy to wear, or whatever. Okay, where to start? I looked a bit more into the technical side of things. The Evatar server is most likely derived from an old version of the official game servers. That means it should be vulnerable to a certain DDoS attack we experienced in the past. Oh, using the hit stun overflow issue? Correct. Now please for us common folks too. Well, in other words, there's a way to make the Evatar server crash. Crash very, very badly. Once it happens, Sidwell will have a hard time restarting it. Thus, the server will not respond to anything, including queries to wipe the data. That will give us enough time for Lee to reach it physically. That sounds very promising. So, how exactly will it work? How do we make it crash? The keys are the Evatars running around Vermilion Wasteland. We need to subject them to a certain type of field effect, as many and as quickly as possible. If we succeed, things should overflow on the server, making it crash. However, for this to work, we will need a lot more players to participate. That's why I plan to involve a few other players, specifically those Lee has met before. Involving other players? I suppose it's a risk we have to take. I currently see no other options, unfortunately. So, what about me? I can't enter the official playground, but I can move around Vermilion Wasteland. Should I help? I think it would be better if you avoid logging into the game while we storm the Evatar ground. Since Sidwell is aware of your current location outside the game, you need to be quickly relocated. Otherwise, things will end with him taking you hostage. Right. There's the real-life side of things as well. One last thing. Did you manage to talk with Gotham? I tried. He has been acting very strange. Even more strangely than usual. And that's saying a lot. Yeah, I mean, Gotham might have flipped on us. He might be betraying Satoshi and Shizuka here. Once I mentioned Lee, he started raving about how she managed to escape his dungeon tower. I guess he really left an impact. Yeah, Gotham's having, like, a god complex here. Smugly returns. Anyway, I decided I'd better not tell him too much. Really, he's pretty much turned into a nutcase by now. That is worrisome. We will see if we can drag him out somehow. I know a few people from the maintenance crew that might be able to help us with this. Good. Then how do we proceed? For now, we should call it a day. As soon as I have everything prepared, Lee and I will try to gather the other players. And once we have the help we need, we start with the plan as soon as possible. Alright. Let's give it our best shot. That we will. See you soon. Good night. Bye. This is all coming together pretty well, honestly. Lee? Should we log out now? Wait. You seem to like this place. Well. Are you nervous? Same for me, really. This plan is very risky. There are so many things that could potentially go wrong. Why? Sorry. Building confidence is not exactly my strong suit. By now, you've probably already guessed it, but I plan to involve the other First Scholar members. We will need their help to properly execute the plan. That also means I have to explain the full situation to them, and tell them about you. I understand that you are nervous about this, but there really is no way around it. And I am pretty positive they will understand. Trust me on that. You are no stranger to them anymore. Also, here's something I should have said a long time ago. Thank you, Lee. We had such a long journey together. You went through such a number of hardships, and you always kept going. Really, I could not have imagined a better partner. Yeah, so I guess, like, this all started with Sergei trying to find his friends, trying to find Satoshi and Gotham and Shizuka, and now he's kind of taken up the cause of saving the Evatars, but that wasn't always his goal. That, at some point during his adventures with Lee and learning the situation, has become what he wants to do, but this started with him wanting to know that Satoshi was okay, because he knew Satoshi was sick with heart disease, and he knew he was gone. So, I mean, I really appreciate Sergei for, like, taking up this goal, even though it couldn't have been his original plan. Lee? So what about now? Ready to log out? Yeah, Lee needs, like, Lee needs, like, a word that's just, like, love or thank you is 2 words, and I think it really can only be 1 word at a time. Magus Andrus and I were having a talk about this on Twitter the other day of, like, if only a few more words could be added to Lee's repertoire, what they should be, and that's, like, I was saying she needs, like, a way to show, like, more profound appreciation, I think, is one of my thoughts. Bye. Good night, Lee. Sorry was a really good one. That was, like, when Sorry got added, I thought, like, that's, like, really smart. Also, that's kind of a character moment for Sergei, because Sergei at the same time had things to apologize to Lee for when he programmed in Sorry, and him knowing that he wouldn't be able to hardcode many more words chose Sorry to help Lee apologize to Emily, and like, oh my gosh, this game is so good! Guys, this story is so good! Okay. She responds. Good morning. Yeah, we've met this guy before. She looks scared. Well, it might be due to your appearance. I suppose. One moment, then. This should be more casual. Can't you speak? He's such an ordinary-looking dude. That's something we need to look into. But you still seem to understand us, don't you? Interesting. A mute woman that can still listen. How nostalgic. Huh? Say, do you remember your name? So, what should we call you then? How about Lee? That's a weird remark. Mute woman who can still understand is nostalgic. Here are images of different landscapes. Do you remember what forests look like? Well then, can you point to the image showing forests? That's correct. So you remember basic concepts pretty well already. So, what about yesterday's sign? Can you still do it? You already forgot? Oh dear. Is there any sign you remember? Well, that's something. It's pretty clear now that it's not just your speech that's missing. Writing things down doesn't work. We only get so far with hand signs. It's like you're missing the ability to recall words, or any abstract concept. Lee, it's okay. Please don't feel bad about this. Yeah, so Sergei was really the first person to figure out how to teach her words. I mean, even Satoshi was impressed when Lee was speaking. Hello, Lee. What's funny is the other Evatars, like Lucas, do speak, but I guess that's because they were made later and they might have fixed the issue. Lee was the first Evatar, so they hadn't figured out the speech thing yet, I guess. Always the same. Isn't it funny how it always goes the same way? Oh, but we also... There must be like a little bit of the original person in there, because Lucas... We saw Lucas's real-world bedroom, right? As, like, kind of a disconnected memory. Anyway. All the support I gave them. All the things I did. It suddenly doesn't matter. Just because of conflicting ideals. And all at once, things have to go hostile. So Sidwell thinks that, like, Yeah, Sidwell's gonna think that, like, he's the good guy in this and that they're betraying him. Lee, meanwhile, is like, oh no, my daddies are fighting. Sorry, this really shouldn't concern you. So, any more hand signs to remember? Alright, so you can still count. That is something you picked up rather quickly. Oh, back to trying this again? Don't worry. You don't need that for any of the signs. What is she trying? Is she trying to do the, like, live long and prosper? Because, like, she was doing that with Tronny at one point, and the... Are you... This would be so dark. But is Tronny not just a spy, but is Tronny another avatar of Sidwell? Is that the clue? Are the hand signs a clue? Because not only did he do the hand signs, but that, like, really resonated. Like, Lee was, like, seeing that in her dreams and stuff like that. I'm not, like, sure about it, but, like... That would be wild. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I'm doing that thing where I try and predict the whole plot. This plot has not been super predictable, let me just say. What is it? Do you want me to tell you more about her? It's just super... Especially if we're doing a, like, the whole gang is getting together to fight. Why, from a storytelling perspective, would you have Citron not be around for a while? Like, yeah, it's realistic, like, he might just have real-life stuff going on, but narratively, it doesn't make sense to put him on a bus unless that bus is going somewhere. So, like, what's your deal, Tronny? Do you want me to tell you more about her? Well, we met through work several years ago. She was competent, hardworking, mute, but that didn't stop her from doing her job. We communicated via writing at first. Then I learned sign language. But even then, she never was much of a talker. Just very, very good at listening. My job was all about having good relationships. I've met so many people. Always busy keeping up connections. Yet, it was also very shallow. With her, it was different. She was one of the few people I could speak openly to. Who are you talking about? You're not talking about Shizuka, are you? It's similar with you. I suppose I just get along well with mute people. Oh, so you get along with women who can't speak their mind? I mean, like, I kid, but honestly, that might be, like, part of the subtext here. If this is Sidwell, and if he is, like, our villain, like, he might just, like, not be able to handle people challenging his ideas. Like, it doesn't have to be purely a sexist thing, though also, like, a lot of the top programmers we're seeing are guys, so... So what? We're just humans. The world's most self-absorbed creature. We really like to think highly of ourselves, and sure, we certainly came and went far. But in the end, we are just another kind of creature lost in this vast universe. Lee, do you remember what a clear sky looks like at night? Out in the countryside, no town or city nearby. Also, like, if this is, like, a more, like, sexist kind of thing, like, it is, like, uncomfortable how, like, kind of romantic this guy's getting with us. Like, this is not ethical. This is way past, like, therapist dating their client and into, like, oh boy. I hope one day you will. It is like a boundless sea of stars. That's a game I need to play. When you see it, you start to realize just how insignificant we are to this world. Wow, a lot to unpack with that. Whole lot to unpack there. It is done. My final creation. Dude, your eyes. Time to put an end to this. All of this. Oh boy, Gotham. Yeah, I think Gotham's too far gone. Good morning, Lee. Hi. Did you sleep well? Well then, time to get everyone together. How? I am happy you asked. I worked really hard and managed to add a couple more words to your vocabulary. Oh, exciting, yay. Meet? I guess we learned from trying to talk to, Albert how much something like this is important. Meet? I'm sure that will help getting everyone together, correct? Meet Lee! Exactly. But wait, there's more. Thanks, there we go, okay. Why didn't I... Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. Before I was just saying, like, but thank you is 2 words. There's the word thanks. You moron. Okay. And also, like, you could just... It's good character development, I feel like, if you can see where it's going. Sometimes. I mean, you don't want things to be too predictable, but, like, you could even see in that last scene with Sergei, him being like, oh, Lee doesn't have a way to say thank you to me. Thanks. You're welcome. Well then, let us call the others. The goal is to get everyone to assemble in the meeting room at the first Scholar HQ. Let us move there first, shall we? Okay, there is a lot of cutscene going on here, actually. And I kind of wanted to end the episode soon, but they did say, like, this would be a point of no return, so maybe I just kind of need to deal with it. Of course nobody is here. That would have been too easy. Well then, let us try to contact everyone via D-Link. Time to use your new vocabulary. Hi! Oh, buongiorno. It's good to still see you in the game. Tronny has been offline for several days now. I suppose he's gone for good. He didn't even say goodbye, that dork. It wasn't important to him to say goodbye to you. He said goodbye to Flynn to, like, remove any sort of suspicion, but, like, he might not actually care about you. He might just be here for Lee. Oh well. So what's up? Should we start a party? Meet. Pardon? Meet Lee. You want to meet? Where should we meet? Lee, wait. Oh! You'll wait to meet at your current location? Well then, let me check. Ah, you're at the headquarters. I'll be right there. Thanks. You're surprisingly talkative today, Sherry. See you soon. Bye. Hey, that worked better than I expected. Oh, hello, Lee. Hi. Sorry! Huh? Lee, sorry. Oh, you mean about what happened before? About that very sensual hug? Lee, it was just a hug, don't worry about it. It wasn't even that strong. No broken spine, all good. No, really, it's all yesterday's snow to me. Meet Lee. What now again? Meet Lee. I don't know. Don't you think this is a bit too soon? Just one hug and now you want to meet me privately in there? Why? I'm just messing with you. I'm sorry. That had the little swirly thing, so it's more like, I'm sorry. I, like, don't know how to do that. Like, I feel like that makes it more playful. Like, sorry. I'm sorry. Do you want to have a meeting? With all First Scholar members? Alright, I can get everyone together if you like. Thanks! No worries. Give me a moment. I'll be right back. Great. Schneider helping out will make this a lot easier. Honestly, I would have asked Albert to get everyone together, but it seems he is not online yet. Let us hope he will show up soon. Well then, let us call Apollo and Jorn. We need all the help we can get, Lee. Hi. Hello, Lee. Spheromancer Lee, it's good to see you. Lee, meet. Excuse me? Meet. Meet Lee. I think she wants us to meet her. So, does this mean you're ready for our next duel? Alright, the gang's all here except for Tronny. Yep, so there's Emily, here comes Apollo and Jorn. We got a 5-man band going here. There's Buggy, yep, Lynn, Albert. Okay, so everybody except Tronny, mysteriously. This is a very comfy building for an HQ. I like it. Why, thank you. Okay, one, because I think it's cute that the two quadriguards are talking. It's not that cute, though. Jorn and Apollo are definitely lovers. Nobody can convince me otherwise. They are more than roommates. So anyway, I'm gonna call it there. I'm the Comic Foil, and thank you for watching. I will pick us up right at this cutscene next time. See you later.